Is it not coming on tonight? What time is it? What time is it, Gizmo? Oh, it's not 9 o'clock yet. I should bring some tissue. My nose already trying to run. Oh, that's cute. Look at that eye color. I wish I could do it like that. I'm gonna have to learn for real, for real. Let me turn this volume down. Who's here? Oh, let me turn this TV down. This TV loud. Which one of these remotes? Is this one turn the TV down? Oh yeah. Okay. Hey TK. Hey Harv, Harry, and Chester the Zester. Chester the Zester. I've been good. How you been? How has everyone been? How has your day been today? Are you keeping up on what's going on in the world? Do you care about what's going on in the world? Because some people don't care. You know, some people are just like, whatever happens, um, this is going to be a mess. Some people are like, whatever happens, happens, and they don't really care. My day has been pretty good. How about yours? My day's been good. My day has been fairly good. And yes, I care. We should all care. And TK said, I'm taking a mental break from the world. You know what? There's nothing whatsoever wrong with that. We all, this is going to be an absolute disaster. I was thinking this would work. We should all do that every now and then. And by mental break, I mean just turning off our um, devices, turning the TV off. Um, well, don't turn the TV off. Just don't like tap into the news and wherever you get your news sources from. Like, just don't tap into that. Like, watch Netflix. I mean, just watch something mindless on Netflix that you don't even have to think about. You just sit up and enjoy. Like yesterday, um, the only thing I did yesterday was watch Ozark and a couple of YouTube videos, but I did not tap into like any news sources yesterday. Like if someone posted something on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, then I read it, but I didn't go into any news sources particularly looking for, news, like trying to find statistics and, are there any new cases in the Bay Area? No, I'm not looking for that. Sometimes you just got to like tap out and don't think about it. You really do. Just get away from it for a little while. You can't allow what's going on in the world to, um, I was about to give up on Ozark. I really was. Because, what is that on your face? Ooh, your face is dirty. I was about to give up on Ozark um, yesterday because it got so slow. And I was like, oh my God, this show is so slow. And I had posted it on Facebook. I said, okay, this Ozark thing is not is getting too slow for me. And all of my friends on Facebook was like, no, no, give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's definitely gonna pick up. And about 20 minutes after I posted that on um, Facebook, I swear Ozark took a serious turn. And I was like, oh shit. So, yeah, I'm still watching. As a matter of fact, I'm on the second season. I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Definitely didn't see that coming. So, yeah, it's interesting. Hey, Leah, you been watching House of Cards? Is House of Cards is the political? It's a political type show, right? Because I know that, and I normally do kind of like those political um shows. Did I? I didn't really like Schitt's Creek. Um, I don't know. Maybe I didn't give it a chance because I only watched like. If you don't really catch me in the first episode, if I can't relate to the characters, like if the characters are not likable, um, then it's hard for me to watch the show. And I just can't relate to, rich people and their problems. Rich people problems ain't never entertained me. Like I don't care about them people. I don't know. And it wasn't even really that funny to me. So I don't know. I might at least try to watch the second episode. We finally got rid of Hulu because um, it just wasn't anything on Hulu after Handmaid's Tale. So we had got rid of Hulu. So now all we have is like all we have. We have um okay, so we have the Fire Stick. We have Sling, Netflix, and Vudu, and HBO Go. I think that's all we have. We got rid of Hulu. Cause I had only got Hulu for um The Handmaid's Tale anyway, and after that wasn't really like I didn't even finish the last season of The Handmaid's Tale because that stuff kind of pissed me off. So I don't know. I doubt very seriously we'll be um getting Hulu back. I know y'all like, what is she doing? This I'm like at the end of this yarn skein, and it was getting on my nerves. So I'm trying to just put this last little part in a ball because it was getting tangled up. Hey, Reese's Pieces 88. Yeah, I don't know. Handmaid's Tale kind of pissed me off. Like, so I stopped watching it. And I'm like that. I'm so finicky when it comes to shows. Once it, I don't know, once it get on my nerves, I'll be like, oh, well, I ain't watching that no more. I'm real fickle when it comes to stuff that I watch. I mean, it's got to be really interesting to hold my attention. And if it doesn't hold my attention, then I don't want to watch it no more. And I 9 times out of 10 won't. I did watch Insecure. It came on. The fourth season started yesterday. And if you know me, you know that I am a Issa Rae fan. Um, One, because she is a very intelligent African American woman. And two, she started on YouTube. And I used to watch her shows when she was just the awkward black girl on YouTube. So I am extremely proud that her series, Awkward Black Girl, was picked up by HBO and it is now Insecure. And not only that, but she has done some movies and, you know, just like really out here doing her thing in Hollywood. So I'm extremely proud of her. So I was watching the show. Oh, really? It got better? Because I missed this. Did I miss the whole season? I think I did. Oh, yeah. I think I missed this whole season. Chester said it can be triggering for some people. Yeah, it wasn't triggering for me. It was just boring. And then I got mad at the main character. So I was like, you know what? Girl, bye. And once I be like, girl, bye, I'll be like, girl, bye. Bye bye. For real. I ain't watching you no more, girl. Okay, but let's go back to. I'm so distracted. I probably should have did this some other time. This is not working out, y'all. I'm gonna make this work. Okay, I think that got it. Um, let's go back to the title of this video. So right now, people are in Bill Gates' comments on Instagram. I'm surprised that he not trending on Twitter. But probably before all of this is over, he will be trending on Twitter. So Bill Gates um, is talking about, I guess, a cure for the virus, which is a shot that they want to put, I guess, like your ID and, all of this information um, into the shot, and then that goes into you, kind of a chip, basically. And I think that is supposed to be called like ID 2020. So I think that they are trying, it's a vaccine that they, you know, are proposing probably to give all of us, um, which is, I guess they're probably going to, try to say that it's the cure for this virus. And of course, Bill Gates has his hand in all of this. It's probably part of Microsoft technology, Probably part of it is, their technology. That's why he is pushing the he is pushing it so much. Let me read you guys some of the comments that are on Instagram. If they didn't delete it. So, people are saying stuff like Canada doesn't want your vaccine. Someone said it's power in numbers. United we stand. Why would someone with zero medicine background be in charge of the World Health Organization? Red flags. Wants to depopulate one day, then save the world with vaccines the next. So they saying that Bill Gates has this whole depopulation theory, theory where, kind of like the virus is a way to, depopulate the world because, of course, supposedly the world has too many people, and this virus is a way of depopulating. And so they're saying that people are um, deleting posts on his Instagram. I mean, everybody is saying that they don't want the vaccine, don't take the vaccine. I mean, if you go on his Instagram, it's crazy. They are going off. And it's not just people here in the U.S., it's the U.S., it's Australia, it's Africa, it's all kind, like every country, because this vaccine is not just going to affect us here in the U.S. They're supposedly already testing it on people in Africa. So, I mean, this is really getting interesting. Very interesting. And we not the only people, the U.S. is not the only country that is starting to wake up and see that things are, looking strange and feeling strange. You know what they always say: where there's smoke, there's fire. It ain't smoke for no reason. And if everybody is consciously feeling the same way, like something isn't right, then something isn't right. And all of us sensitive people have been feeling since this first happened that something was going on. A lot of people have. A lot of people have been questioning, um, what's going on. When YouTube started deleting people's videos and demonetizing everybody's videos that was talking about this situation, I knew then that something was going on. Something serious was going on. Because they don't censor that kind of they don't censor things for no reason. This ain't China. This the US. Now China does that. China censors their people, and only certain information can go out, and if you say some stuff that they don't want you to say, they will come looking for you. They ain't supposed to do that here in the US. But they are. When it comes to this virus, they are doing that. The video that I posted earlier today, the video that we did earlier, let me see, did it come up? Yeah, that video is still processing. Ain't that weird? That video is still processing. It probably won't come up because there's certain things that they don't want us to talk about. Yeah, I heard that too, Reese Species. I heard that some like 7 kids passed away. And I heard that some of the college students in China, the African college students in China, were sent a mass email that they were going to be tested today. Tested for what? And they were showing up at the college dorms, swabbing them. They don't know what that was. And they had to do it. Andre Tree Can't See Me said TK Brownie. Exactly. The Gates Foundation has always been interested in population control using NGO. They do a lot of work in Africa that in all likelihood is testing of vaccines or other. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Like, I've never looked into the Gates Foundation, but if you look at some of those comments on his Instagram, it looks like other people have looked into the Gates Foundation, and people, some people have been researching Bill Gates and they know what's up. Like, I have never researched. Like, this is going to make me start to look into and see what I can find about Bill Gates and look at, some of the other videos that are being posted by other people because, people are going to, of course, when something is trending, then other people will start to talk about it. And people are starting to talk. Yeah, they've always tested stuff on black people. Just like when they did the what was it, the Tuskegee thing, when they were giving syphilis to black men. They've always tested stuff on black people to see how, um, to see if we survive or how we survive or how it affects us and stuff. We've always been the guinea pigs. Always. Yeah, TK. And see, I didn't know that. TK said, please remember Bill Gates had something to do with the AIDS crisis as well. Yes. Somebody else had posted a video and said that um, Bill Gates had something to do with the whole AIDS thing in Africa. And so now they're saying that I'm not Zimbabwe, but in somewhere in Africa, Ebola has started back up again. So Africa is going to be dealing with Ebola and this virus. Lady K said all this seems like it's out of a conspiracy movie, but it's real life. Don't it? Don't this just sound like a B-rated horror movie, like just a bad movie? But it's real. It's not a movie. This is real life. This weekend was the anniversary of the Tuskegee thing. Wow. That's it, Andre. The ID 2020. Yeah, who would trust? Don't nobody trust the government. Nobody with good sense has any faith in the government at this point. None of us do. Well, no intelligent person would trust the government. Not at this point. Yeah, you can't trust nobody. You really can't. Yeah, people are starting to wake up. People are. And you know why they waking up? Because they scared. When you shake up people, they'll wake up. You know how you you know how you wake up somebody and they wake up spooked? That's how we are. We spooked. That's how we are right now. We are all of us. We spooked. We don't trust nobody. You know, we just waiting for the next situation to happen. Because it's like, who can we trust at this point? You know what I mean? Like, who in the higher ups do we feel like we can trust? Who do you think will really be out to help us, especially as black people? Because, you know, we don't trust people anyway. Black people, we already got that. Oh, no, I don't trust you. We already have that non trusting spirit in us anyway. That's our ancestors whispering in our ears, don't you go over there. Don't you talk to them. So we got that naturally. That's right, Lady K. Right now, this is the time when we need to stop playing around and try to get as much information as we can. All this stupid stuff, Jay Wilson and Wiley and Babe and Timothy Blaine and all that dumb stuff, we gotta let that go. We got to be out here really researching and finding out what's going on in the world right now. We can play with each other when all of this is over. Because these people gonna mess around and put us in concentration camps or something. At the rate we going. Oh, TK Brantley said Hillary Clinton is down for it too. Yeah, 'cause all the rich people, they don't care because they know ain't nothing gonna happen to them. They got enough money to cover them. Margaret Sanger also had something to do with Planned Parenthood in the 20s and 30s, and she wanted to depopulate the black race back then by going to the preachers in the black community. Child, I wouldn't put it past them. That's what I've been thinking too. That's how they gonna get us. That's exactly how they gonna get us. They gonna take away our spending privileges and be like, you ain't gonna be able to buy nothing if you don't take this vaccine. They probably see this vaccine is probably to move us to a point where China is with the cashless society. And if you don't do it, you won't be able to buy no groceries. You won't be able to do nothing because the chip. is going to be what we use as currency. Yeah. Yes. Lady K, yes. He was around somebody that had it, but he didn't get it. And have you noticed like most of the celebrities that got it got over it? Like Tom Hanks, Idris Elba, all of those NBA players that got it, none of them were sick. Idris Elba and his wife wasn't even sick, was they? Tom Hanks and his wife said they had like what, like flu-like symptoms, but they was okay in a week. Why is it that every celebrity, every basketball player that came down with it were fine, but everybody else got really sick or died? I just saw a funeral for a bishop and his son. They contracted it, I think, like 3 days apart from each other. No, they died 3 days from each other, and they had their funeral together. Of course, they were black. So I'm trying to understand how all of these celebrities getting it and survive, but everybody else that get it don't make it. It's just weird. V12 ATL, that was in your city where the bishop and his son passed away. In today they announced some minister, a black minister, that decided to have church after they told him not to. He died. Hey, KK. Yeah, I don't believe it either, TK. I really don't. Yeah, with no symptoms. No symptoms at all. Because Edris Elba or his wife, neither one of them looked sick. When he said he tested positive, none of those basketball players looked sick. When they said they tested positive, why would they even be tested if they weren't showing any symptoms? Why would they just be tested? Okay, Kay. I'm glad you stopped in. V V12 ATO, and they blame the outbreak in our city on him hosting those services. The pastor that passed away, the one that died, cause didn't they say it was like 1,000 people at that church service? Did they say it was like 1,000 people there? I saw the article, but it came up on Facebook, and I couldn't read the whole thing for whatever reason. But I did see where it said that he had a lot of people there, and he passed away. I guess yesterday. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or today. Reese's Pieces said, "I'm confused. on how none of the celebrities have died out of all of them that have it as well. Not wishing bad on anyone, just right, right. It's not like I want them to die, but none of them are sick. None of them. None of them. Because Tom Hanks is older than me. I'm 55. So you I mean, and I'm not saying that, maybe Tom Hanks don't have any underlying medical conditions. That's a plus. I do. But I haven't been sick. Nobody I know is sick. Nobody I know has been sick. One person I know said that his auntie passed from it, but she was in a nursing home. I'm not really sure how old she was, but I'm assuming if you're in a nursing home that you're older. And normally, if they put you in a nursing home, it's because you have some medical conditions that they're not able to manage with you at home. That's why you're in a skilled nursing facility. So when he said that she had passed from it, I'm like, did she pass from it or did they just say she passed from it? You know what I mean? Like right now, you don't know what to believe. You really don't. Yeah, Tom Hanks went to Skyline. He went to the same high school as my oldest son. Well, my oldest son went to the same high school as Tom Hanks. So I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks' family must have, I guess, he probably grew up in the Oakland Hills or whatever. I'm assuming. But yeah, he went to Skyline. He graduated from Skyline. I do too, Lady K. Yeah, y'all got us messed up. I heard that. They blaming everything on COVID. They're strongly encouraging elderly to sign a DNR. Where? At the nursing homes? At the nursing homes? Well, I mean, they're probably not going to resuscitate anyway because of COVID. They probably not. You you saw it's so many articles. I mean, it's so many conversations going on. I don't know which ones to answer. Oh, the hospitals are. That's crazy. But I mean, I would think though if, especially if someone has the virus and their lungs are already damaged because they say that this virus like severely damages the lungs, there would be no reason to resuscitate. You know what I mean? Like, but resuscitation wouldn't do anything, especially if you're already on a ventilator. They can't resuscitate. If you go into cardiac arrest and you're on a ventilator, there's nothing to resuscitate. They can't help you because the ventilator is the last resort basically. So there's nothing to resuscitate. You're going to pass away at that point. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You can't post links here. I had to turn it off because people were putting some stupid stuff in the Now, who is Margaret Sanger? Who is that? Is that the lady that's over the Planned Parenthood? Is she the one that has something to do with Planned Parenthood? Because I will definitely look it up. Who give me like a little brief synopsis of who she is. Oh, she was the one that ran that what is it called? Some type of it wasn't a genetics research. Was it genetics research? It was some type of research, right? I'm about to look it up, y'all, cause y'all ain't telling me. I'm about to Google. Y'all know I always say Google is your best friend. Margaret. Margaret Sanger. Oh, here she is right here. Margaret Sanger. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Margaret Sanger was an American birth control activist, sex educator, writer, and nurse. Sanger popularized the term birth control, opened the first birth control clinic in the United States, and established organizations that evolved into the Planned Parenthood Federation of America. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look into. Um, I'm gonna look into. Oh wow! So it says how false narratives of Margaret Sanger are being used to shame Black women. Wow. So it says anti-choicers wield misattributed and often outright false quotes about Sanger as weapons to shame Black women for exercising their right to choose, and even more nonsensically to shame them for supporting um, Planned Parenthood. So look like she has a very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read up on her. They said she was a racist and a eugenist. I'm not sure what that is, so I'll have to look it up. She wanted to exterminate the black race. Yeah, she's got an interesting past. Look like. What you doing? Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna look her up. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up too. Oh, okay. So Andre Tree Can't See Me said it's not so much what she was focused on, but rather who she was focused on. Yeah, I see that. Oh, it was called eugenics before it was called Planned Parenthood. Well, this is some interesting stuff for us to, um, yeah, this is some interesting stuff to um, read up on, and it really does look like Bill Gates is at the center of all of this stuff. Yeah, the veil is being lifted. And don't let don't let crazy stuff distract you, because in all of the situations where black people have been abused, they always throw a little bit of money at us in hopes that that will make us happy. Just like the Tuskegee situation, they were giving those men like what, $50 or something, which back then was a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money if you're like laid off, or you're not working, or you're a sharecropper or whatever. They'll throw you a little bit of money and then be like, here, take this shot. So here they go again, throwing this $1,200 stimulus package, or however much money it's going to end up being, coming from the government. And then, oh, by the way, yeah, we gave you that $1,200. Now we need you to go to this specific place and take this shot. Oh, we need to make sure that we're getting all of your addresses correct, so we can mail you this check, so that we'll know where you all live when it's time to give you this shot if you don't show up at the medically designated spot. We got your address because you took the money. Y'all better wake up. Because you're going to make sure you give them your address so you can get that check. You thought you wasn't? They're going to have your address, your bank account information, everything. You know why? Because you want that stimulus check. And they're going to do you just like they doing them people in China. In China, they say, oh, don't worry about it. We'll come to the dorm. We'll come to you. You don't have to worry about coming to us. We'll come to you. Right. Don't let the media fool you, because the media is only going to give you what they want you to know. You got to do your own research. You got his messed up saying he don't want to give his kids a vaccine. Have y'all heard of the Al Sophia? That is a citizen of Saudi Arabia, I believe. That's where they plan on having us. I watched a clip in the doctor. Is that the lady? She's like a news reporter. Is she a news person in Saudi Arabia? Because I saw this news lady that was that was talking um, about what was going on and about the vaccine and stuff. But she wasn't talking about the vaccine though. This lady was actually talking about the what is it, Plaquenil. The now I can't even think of the real um, hydrochloroquine, Plaquenil, the drug that they use for lupus, because those pills aren't even made here in the U.S. The lady that I saw was talking about that. She was talking about how Trump is trying his best to make sure that those pills are brought here to the U.S. because we don't manufacture them here. So how are we working on a vaccine that we don't even have the pills for? We don't even make the pills here. They're not even made here in the US. So how are they're not even using that. They own something else. Gosh, he ain't even gonna leave his kids no money. Oh yeah, well we already know that y'all got us messed up. We already know that the media is only able to put out what they want to go out. That's it. I was talking about the news lady. I don't know who Sophia is. Who is Sophia? Sophia is a robot? Sophia was the robot that they had on I saw, but I don't know who it was, that had the robot on a show that looked like Good Morning America, but it wasn't Good Morning America. I don't even know if it was here. And they had the a female robot, and they were like asking her questions and stuff. I'm not really sure where it was. She's a citizen in Saudi Arabia. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up. Reese Reese's Pieces probably too late to stock up on food and try to get weapons. Do you did is y'all I went to Walgreens today and they have Tylenol, all pain medicine is behind the counter now. You have to ask for it. I've never seen that before. Regular Tylenol? Like I know in some places they have the like Sudafed and but not all Sudafed. Um for a while they were having like Sudafeds and those type of meds locked up. That was when, the meth thing was out of control and people was going in buying up all the Sudafed and stuff. They was locking that kind of stuff up. But I've never seen Tylenol being locked up. And now they're saying that you can only get one per customer. Yeah, I can see the rubbing alcohol and stuff that people, were using to try to make hand sanitizer. I can see that kind of stuff being locked up. But Tylenol? And not just adult Tylenol, the kids Tylenol too. All that stuff was locked up. Well, it wasn't locked up, but it was behind the counter. I thought that was strange, but I didn't know it was. The line was too long, and I didn't, ask the lady, "What's up with Tylenol, girl?" And usually I'm nosy, and I will ask, but the line was so long, and I didn't ask. Yeah, but I mean, you think about people that live in apartments and stuff, they may not have no space to, um, grow food. You know what I mean? What if you live in an apartment that like doesn't have a balcony, or you just don't have any space to grow anything? Like the other apartment that we lived in, like we did have a balcony. We had a patio and a decent sized porch. Like we could grow like small things, but everybody don't have the space for that. Yeah, I mean, and some people really don't know how to do it. They really don't. Like I grew up around a mother that was really into gardening. So I've always been around situations where things were growing, and my mom had plum trees, greens, tomatoes, strawberries, like all kind of stuff. So I've always um, been around that. But we do have a lot of people that, you know, just have never experienced anything like that. Yeah, my mama did too, Miss Jazz. And I'm just glad in a way that she is not here right now, because I would probably lose my mind if my mother was in a nursing home and they told me that I couldn't see her. Like passing by these nursing homes and seeing these signs on the doors, closed, no visitors. I can't imagine how people feel that cannot go and check on their relatives. Like, that would kill me to not be able to go and check on my mom. If you have a loved one in the hospital, you can't go see how they doing. I'm still praying for what's his the Scorpion Show guy, because his mom is in the hospital and she tested positive. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would be so upset. I would be so upset. What do we do now? We pray. We pray. And we stay positive. Okay? We don't give up. We continue to search for information. We stay woke. We don't allow this to throw us into a depression. We continue to help each other, to lift each other up. Where one person is weak, maybe somebody else is strong. If you have information, share that information with other people. You know, if we want to do a group chat, where I keep telling y'all to get the group chat thing together and just invite me. I don't have to be the leader of the group chat. If y'all want a group chat, and just invite me. Because I don't know how to do the thing anyway. So I would prefer somebody else to, if you start it, I'll be there. Shoot me an email. Tell me what app y'all want to use and invite me, and I will most definitely show up. This is a time when we have to really come together as a people and really take care of each other, cuz ain't nobody else going to take care of us. They not. They not for us. They really not. This is a time when we got to love on each other. Reese's Pieces, Reese's Pieces. I had four family members in the hospital. I definitely didn't like them being isolated in there. It just seems like they can do whatever to them. They still in there? Are they still in there? Oh, so just one is still in there and they put her back on the ventilator. Hey, Casey. Yeah, I heard it was getting kind of serious in Texas. That's what I heard on the news, that more people, um, that the cases were going up in Texas. Yeah, eat healthy foods. I went out today and I got my wheatgrass shot. We left the house. We went to Jamba Juice because my husband needed to pick up something. We went to Jamba Juice and we went to Walgreens because my husband needed to pick up something at Walgreens. So went to Jamba Juice. I got me a green drink with ginger, and I got a wheatgrass shot on the side. And it seemed like I've been just buzzing around all day, honey, off of that wheatgrass. That wheatgrass is good for you. It don't taste good, but it's good for you. Is your aunt older? Is she a older lady? Yeah, I heard it was serious in Texas, Casey. Yeah, this is a time where we gotta let that dumb stuff that we be talking about and arguing about. It's time to let that go, cause it's some serious stuff going on out here right now. We don't have time to be arguing with Jay Wilson and none of these other people right now. It's this real life. This real for real. What's H Town? Oh, it's not decreasing there. It seems like it's decreasing here in California, but I ain't watched the news today, so let me shut up. Oh, Houston. Um, it don't seem like they're saying that the cases here in the Bay Area are going up. Oh, she in her 70s. Yeah, it's still a lot of people out here. It's still a whole lot of people out here that still don't believe it. Y'all see where all them people in Atlanta was having a party and the police had to go and break them up? A lot of people still don't believe it. And they still basically out here doing whatever they want to do. Oh, oh, everybody was older. The youngest was in the mid 50s. Oh, okay. I don't think people will either. I think this has really done something to us. I don't think we will ever be the same. I don't think it's gonna die down anytime soon. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much stuff, so many people talking about that whole 5G thing. We don't know, but we will know soon. You know what I mean? We will know. You know what is I really don't think that they're going to let these kids go back to school, especially in the inner city. You know why? Because before all of this happened, there was one school in Oakland where we used to live that they said that they found some type of chemical underneath the school in the underground water or something that was cancer causing, and they had shut the school down. This was a high school, and not only was it a high school, but it was also a middle school charter school was using that campus also. So the school was shut down, and the kids were placed at another school. So Oakland was already shutting down schools because of the budget. They said they just didn't have enough money to run all of the schools in Oakland. I don't think kids are going to be able to go back to school. Period. I think this was a test to see if online school will work. If they can get all of these kids to stay home and not have to put them in buildings, not have to pay for maintenance and, everything that it takes to run a brick and mortar school, food, all of this kind of stuff. If they can do away with that, that will slash millions of dollars off of each city's budget. And then the rich kids will be able to continue to go to private schools because their schools are not funded by city budgets, and that will make that rift even bigger between the haves and the have nots because the rich kids will get a chance to go to school and the inner city kids will have to stay at home and do online education. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what they're trying to do. They don't care about socialization. You better socialize. But kids already, they already don't know how to socialize. This generation has already lost their connection to other people. I just saw a video on Facebook of a teenage girl beating up her grandmother, and her sister was filming it. She looked like she 15, 16 years old, and the grandmother looked maybe 60, in her 60s. And this teenager was beating her grandmother, pulling her hair, hitting her, socking her, punching her, everything. And the sister was filming it. Yeah, I mean, what if the parents are in a job where they have to go to work and the kids are at home by themselves? Who is going to force them to log on and do the work? How's that going to work? These teachers can't control the kids at school. So, how are they going to control them in a virtual classroom? How? Yeah, that video was horrible. It's on Facebook. Horrible. Like, it hurt my heart. And you could tell the grandmother didn't want to hurt the girl. I'd have woe her out. I sure would. I would have woe her out. Do you hear me? But see, my grandkids wouldn't have never tried me anyway. Because they know from the gate, if you ever get grown enough to hit me, I'm going to treat you like a rank stranger. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back. That's for damn sure. You better not never get up that kind of nerve. Because I'm going to treat you like I don't know you. Yeah, girl, I don't know what these parents going to do, child. If they say that these kids can't come back to school, what is these parents going to do? Because some of them going to have to eventually go back to work. So where the kids going to go? What they going to do? Come back here, Gizmo. Lady K, yours are out until August. I thought they said they wasn't going back this year. They wasn't going to go back. Oh, well, August. August does start the next school year, huh? Yeah, I can imagine it's hard working from home and working from home and helping your kids to do their work, making sure that they're doing. Um, yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. The state, not the city. The state. But the each city has a budget though that they use. And so Oakland was saying that their school system was always going over budget for, you know, however much money they have for the budget for that year. Their school systems were always going over that budget. So they were closing down schools. They were closing schools and merging schools together to the point where they had high schools and middle schools in one facility. You know what I mean? Where growing up, the high school and the middle school was always separate schools. Like I went to a, middle school. You went to a middle school. I went to, well, back then it was called junior high school. I went to Lowell Junior High School, and it was just junior high school students. And then when you graduate from junior high school, you go to high school, it's just high school students. But here in the Bay Area in Oakland, some of the schools were merged together because they had to close down certain schools because they didn't have enough funding for those schools. So they had middle schoolers and high schoolers in schools together. That's why I just really don't think that um, they're gonna go back. Yeah, because my granddaughter is with her other. Well, she lives with her other. Is her mom and her other grandmother. They live in a house together. So her mother works during the day. Her mom works at Target. So she's at home with her other grandma. She's keeping her. My grandsons, their mom works, so they're at home during the day. Well, their mother is off work because her job is not deemed essential. So she's at home right now. But when she's working, the boys are at home with their grandmother and grandfather. Oh, I need y'all to, if y'all would be nice enough, can y'all please go? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, can y'all please go to my little um, grandson's YouTube page and subscribe to their little channel so they can get some subscribers. It is Gurion and Marcus Adventures. They only got 14 subscribers. Y'all go over there and get them some subscribers, please, so they can feel good. Um, I'm glad that YouTube did turn the let me make sure they still off. Turn the oh no. I'm gonna tell their mom to turn the comments off. Because the comments was off. I don't know why they got turned. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna tell her to make sure she go and turn the comments off on this other video. But go over there, you guys, and subscribe to their channel so they can have some more subscribers. Cause they was like, Granny, are you subscribed to my channel? I was like, yes, Granny subscribed to your channel. So go subscribe to my babies, y'all. Give them a little thumbs up and stuff. We gotta support these kids and let them know that we love them. Any tips for early possible arthritis like gloves? Girl, I just got some new gloves the other day. I got the what is it? What is it? The hemp. the hemp gloves. I'll show them to you tomorrow. I just got them the other day from, where did I get them from? Not Walgreens, I don't think. I don't know. I got them from somewhere. Remind me tomorrow, okay? Do you follow me on Instagram? Because if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a picture of them. Yeah, I usually wear those, and I'm probably going to have to put them on because I've been crocheting. And usually, when I crochet too much, my arthritis will start kicking up. I'm making a shrug, but what I'm gonna try to do is put some little shinglings. Okay, I don't think shinglings is the right word. Fringes. This probably don't look like it's gonna be a shrug, but it is. And it's a cute color. I don't think you can see. Oh, there, you can see them. The little polka dots and stuff that's in the yarn. So I think I'm gonna put some like little shinglings, little fringes, little things. It's gonna be cute when I get finished. It don't look cute right now, but when I get finished, it's gonna be cute. I know I love shinglings. What's that channel again? I'm a post it on my community uh feed. But it's, let me put it in here. It is Garion and Marcus Adventures. Let me make sure y'all. I think yeah, y'all the wrong thing. No, that's it. Yeah, Garion and Marcus Adventures. I think they only got like 2 videos, but they just want the subscribers. You know how little kids are. They don't care. They just want the subscribers. They just want to look and see that their um, subscriber count is growing. That's all they care about. Plus, they sweet little kids. I'm gonna need to take 2 melatonin. I can't take melatonin. Um, there is a study that says if you have thyroid issues, you shouldn't take um, melatonin. I don't know if that melatonin doesn't work well with your levothyroxine. I'm not really sure. But I just take a Benadryl at night. When I can't sleep, I'll just take a Benadryl, and it always makes me sleepy. You know, I hadn't picked up my hook in a minute either. I was so, I don't want to say stressed, but my anxiety level was so high about this move and, trying to get everything together, so we can move and everything, that I hadn't had an opportunity to crochet. And so now that we're settled, um, I said, well, I might as well. Might as well do something because all my paint and journals and all of that stuff is still packed up. We're not going to unpack any of the large boxes until we find a house. So the only thing that, we really unpacked was like my crochet stuff and, clothes and stuff that we want to wear. Of course, my husband's work uniforms. I did find my jewelry and all my makeup and stuff that, stuff that we wanted to bring into this place. But The majority of our stuff is um, in the garage and still packed up, and we're gonna leave it like that until we find a house. So, we're only gonna be here um, temporarily until we find a house. But I mean, it's a nice place. But you know how when you staying at somebody else's house, you don't want to just be like, "Oh, look at this nice," because this ain't our place. So we can't be all out here flossing and carrying on, and it ain't our place. But it is a nice place. Okay, Casey, I'm finna go too, girl. Get my butt up in the bed and um probably do a little bit more crochet. My husband probably be home. He'll be home in a couple of hours. He came home for lunch. One good thing about being out here is we're so much closer to, we're like 7 minutes away from where my husband works, and so he can come home every day for lunch. And I love it. I really do. I really like him being able to come home for lunch. So now I'm like really wishing that we could find a place out here and not move to Sacramento. Because if we move to Sacramento, he ain't coming home for lunch. But if we can find a place out here that's closer, then he can come home for lunch. Let me see. What's your question? You said I have a question. Maybe you have a video on it. What's your question? Yeah, I take my Benadryl. Yeah, if you gotta go to work, Casey, you better get you some sleep. I'll be here tomorrow. Now that at least I know now the the Wi-Fi is working because the router, was it the router or the modem? The modem came this weekend, so the Wi-Fi, we cool with the Wi-Fi. So I should be able to get online whenever I want to. Because at first we wasn't. It was bad. Like even the Netflix and stuff wasn't really working. So we good now. We good. We good. Okay, I'm waiting for you to ask your question. Is concerning ancestor communication. Okay, what's the question? They still gonna have that 420 thing? I thought they said that they still gonna let the people be out there smoking. When is 420, y'all? What's the day? All these days is running into each other. So 420 is next Monday. Oh, my son's birthday is Friday. I'm gonna be like, happy birthday. We still social distancing. He gonna be mad at me. I don't get that. Cause if I have a video about it, I'm sure gonna tell you to go over there and watch that video, child. I don't know. I don't really have. I don't think I have a playlist for I don't think I have too many videos on um, ancestor um, communication. Yeah, I don't have anything labeled as that. I'm having trouble connecting with my ancestors. Hi, I'm new to the channel and I actually found you from your plant video. Oh, hi. Hi, Michael. I like candles, but I feel like I'm not doing something right. Well, there's nothing, right to do. Just talk to them like you talking to me. Sometimes you have to be patient with your ancestors. Maybe they want you to get still in order to hear them. Maybe you're too busy. You know what I mean? Maybe there is just too much going on in your world, and your ancestors want you to really get still in order to hear them. Maybe you scared and they feel that fear and they want to wait until you get comfortable. Because a lot of people say that they want to hear from their ancestors, but they really don't. They're really scared to hear from their ancestors. And your ancestors know that. And they don't want to communicate with you until they basically know that you can handle it. And if you have any type of fear, then they're not going to communicate with you. They're going to wait until you're really ready. A lot of people feel like they're ready, but really deep down inside, they're not ready. They're still scared. And your ancestors ain't going to mess with you if they feel like you're scared because they know you're not ready. So they could just be really waiting for you to really get ready or you really get still so that you could hear from them. Good night, TK. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have any, Michael, I don't have any plant videos right now. I actually, um, my plants were adopted because I moved and I couldn't take them all with me. So they were adopted by a friend of mine who is taking good care of them. But as soon as we, move into a house, there will be more plant videos. Hopefully soon. Gizmo, I'm gonna need you to stop snoring. God, dog. He sound like he didn't work the whole job. Oh yeah, they're all gone. Yeah, them crazy Photonius. They all gone. Yeah, Reese's Pieces. I think that's why my dad didn't speak to me when I attempted. I wasn't ready. Then he won't. He knows. Because our ancestors don't want to hurt us. They don't want to scare us. They don't want to show us anything if we're not ready. And he's not going to come until you're ready. Until he knows that you can handle it. Then he'll come. He'll probably come in a dream or something. You'll see him. But your ancestors don't want to hurt you. They're not trying to do anything to put you in a position where they would hurt you. You know what I mean? So they're gonna sit around and wait until you're ready, until you're strong enough to. to deal with them. Because they will. They'll come in a dream. There have been times when I've smelled my mother's perfume and, it doesn't scare me. It will make me smile. She's come to me in dreams and not, said anything. Sometimes she's just there smiling, just, on days when it may have been like a really bad day, or, I may have been down, or, whatever. And I will dream of my mother. It'll be a dream like the apartment that we used to live in when I was a little kid, where, I had a lot of really good memories, and I'll dream about my mom. Yeah. Our parents that have passed on, they know us. They know us. They know us better than we know ourselves. Our ancestors know us better than we know ourselves. And they're not going to do anything to hurt us. When people say stuff like, oh, you shouldn't be talking to your ancestors. You invite these spirits, they could come and do. No, they're not trying to do that. If they didn't hurt you while they were here, they're not going to hurt you in the afterlife either. So just wait until you get ready. When you're ready, he'll come. He'll come when you're ready. They always do. Well, I'm finna go, y'all, and do a little bit of crocheting and take this little fella out to use the bathroom for uh, V12 ATO said, I'm ready. You may feel like you're ready. You may feel like you're ready. Give them a chance. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep burning your candles and keep talking to them and telling them that you're ready. Tell them, tell them what's going on. Tell them why you want to see them. You know, tell them why you want them to come. Just like you would talk to anybody else, you sit and talk to your ancestors. Have a cup of coffee with them in the morning. You have your cup of coffee and you sit out a cup of coffee for your ancestors and sit there and talk to them. If it's somebody in your family, that they like a certain thing, give it to them. My mom said my dad loved Coke. When I want to talk to him, I would go to the store and get him a Coke. I'm not really a Coke drinker, but I would get it specifically for him. Or some cigarettes. Sometimes you got to do a little extra for them. Sometimes you got to, go out the way to get them something special. Your grandmother's favorite perfume. My mama liked Gina Tay. Sometimes I would put a little bit of Gina Tay on the altar. You got to give them something sometimes to let them know that you're thinking about them. Don't be stingy when it comes to your ancestors. If you know they like a certain thing, get it for them. Okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow for something interesting that we want to talk about. We can talk about that, but let's make sure we're getting, information. If you guys hear about something that I haven't heard about, share it with me. If I hear about something that I want to bring to you guys, I'm gonna share it with you. If you getting information, let's get this information together and share it with each other. Okay? That's that's how we gonna make it. That's how we're going to get over all of this. Is sharing information and caring about each other. Okay, so I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for showing up. I love you. Bye.